Hello, hello, so Fan back with more multi-blood type Lumina guides, and this time we are going over Arcueid. Super popular character in the franchise for many reasons, but in type Lumina, this character is super strong. One of the best characters in the game, high damage output, very good mix up, multiple ways to crack anybody's defense, no matter skill level or how good your defense is. When she's near you, she definitely can open any player up, and that is why she's one of the best characters in the game. So we're going to get straight into it. This guide will cover mostly how to open your opponent up, what to do with Arcueid when you are near them, and all of your options to crack their defense, especially when you're playing against a super duper defensive player. So let's see. Of course, we got to pick her against Shiki. We have to. We'll go here. So again, y'all, thank y'all for watching again. I did the Okie video. I will put that below in the description as well if you missed that tutorial. And like I said, this is a beginner's guide for anybody trying to get into the game, interested in the game. I'm going to shoot out a couple character guides, and hopefully that can help you and the community get into the game, because this game is amazing. So, with that being said, Arcueid, how to open your opponent up. Well, first and foremost, her 5B fully charged is an overhead. So this overhead, while it might be slow and reactable, it really doesn't matter because this move is super strong because it has clash frames for one, and for two, you can cancel it on somebody's block into a complete block string. So it doesn't matter. There's really no risk to doing it because even if it does get shielded, you can shield right back or choose another option. So 5B is super good, and like I said, it has clash frames, auto clash frames on it once fully charged. So I'm going to demonstrate how good that is. You can actually meaty characters with it, especially when they have uppercuts. So we're going to throw Shiki. Shiki's going to uppercut, just like that. And you get a combo off of that. So the fact that she can freely put meaties on your wake up, and there's really nothing that you can do beyond try to block it. You can super. It's a couple of options, but it's all in Arcueid's favor nonetheless. So the overhead is a super strong option. So I do recommend doing that. And you can kind of fake it out on block because you can just do regular 5B. Let's turn him off an uppercut. You can actually do regular 5B and kind of charge it for a little bit. So this is the regular time on 5B. You can kind of charge it a little bit like that, and it can kind of fake out the opponent. They'll think the charged overhead is coming, so the next block string, once you do the 2B after that, it can hit the opponent for standing up because they think the charge overhead is coming. So conditioning your opponent with charge overhead is a must. So next we'll talk about her 5C fully charged. She has a lot of charge moves. 5C fully charged is unblockable. Yes, I repeat, unblockable. So that's very strong because for one, if any opponent hesitates, it's gonna clonk them. It has a lot of range, like a lot of range. Yep, from way back here, it can actually hit you. So a lot of range on that unblockable. Now, it's very similar to Shiki's. I'll demonstrate Shiki's. Very similar to Shiki's. Arcueid looks a little slower. However, her range is better than Shiki's on her unblockable. Both are the same though. In order to get around an unblockable in this game, you have to stand shield. You cannot crouch shield. So the fact that this beats crouch shield is very strong. So I will show you the crouch shield like that. That's a punish. But if Shiki opts to stand shield, Shiki can show that. Let's do it again. See, Shiki can show that. But if Shiki opts to low shield, that's gonna win. So not only that I already covered, the overhead is gonna beat that crouch shield, but this is also gonna beat crouch shield, the unblockable 5C. So both of those cover shield. So Arcueid never struggles against shield. Actually, if the opponent is shielding, they're taking a huge risk versus Arcueid because of the way she's set up. Now, not only to mention this character has a combo throw. Now mid-screen, she does not. Mid-screen, she will just chunk you away, but if you hold down, she can get some Okie off of her throw. However, in the corner, she can actually throw you off the wall and get a full conversion. Let's see if I can do the combo. I missed it. It's okay. Let's see if I can do the combo again. There we go. There we go. So, she does have a combo throw in the corner. Again, another tool to open the opponent up. So, at this point of watching the video, you're like, damn, like, she's going to open me up regardless of what I do. That's her archetype. You have to have very, very good defense against this character to even withstand her pressure because it's pretty tricky. Okay, so this move is not utilized too much, more by the specialist, but I don't see it enough. When I used to play this character, I definitely used to use this move, 3BC. So 3BC is really good because it's an overhead. It is a little slower where you can react. However, you can utilize it in ways of beating throw tech. So if somebody were to throw tech off of this 2A, so let's put Shiki to throw. Ground throw, okay? You see that, right? So Shiki's gonna throw right after that 2A. So what if I do this though? Let's see. Let's charge up a little bit. She does get a combo off of that. Off of the overhead. So what you want to do, you want to do this. There we go. I did get the combo. You get the concept. You do want to utilize this tactic to beat throw tech. Throw tech is super strong in this game. A lot of players throw. So the fact that this goes overthrows and it's safe on block as well. So you're not taking a risk doing it. The only thing that could potentially happen to you is a standing shield. And at that point, you're going to get hit because it's a moon skill. So that would be the only risk to doing the 3BC. But like I said, it beats throws, it beats lows, and you get a combo after it. So it's pretty good to utilize in your pressure as well if you do have the moon gauge. Now we're going to make Shiki do a crouching act. So this move right here, 236A hold, is plus, and it adds even more layers to your pressure going forward with Arcueid. So you can do this, and if Shiki presses anything, Shiki's going to get counter hit. It's a very plus move. I'm not sure about the numbers, but I know that if Arcueid hits a 2B, it will beat any 2A in the game. Like that. So, no matter what, as long as you time that 2B perfectly, it's always your turn. The only thing that Shiki would probably opt to do is a shield after you do the 236A, simply because shield would force the RPS situation. Now, like this. However, that's when you have to layer your offense with the Arcueid. If I know this is going to happen, I can overhead. And now, even if I know this is going to happen too, I can do this overhead. Or I can throw. You just have to layer your offense, so it's not like autopilot, so you're not doing the same thing every time. Switch up your offense depending on what your opponent is allowing you to do. That is going to be the key to being super good at Arcueid's pressure. And lastly, we'll talk about her Rekka pressure, which will turn Shiki off of shielding. Her Rekka pressure is really good. So that last Rekka is a low. If Shiki stands, that last Rekka is a low. So mixing up the timings of your Rekka, because she also has an overhead if you hold back and press your Rekka, she'll do an overhead ender. Same concept. but this time it's the overhead. So once you condition the opponent with the low, both are unsafe. However, you can cancel into super, so it doesn't matter at that point. You can always cancel into plus super. So you'll be okay with finishing that string sometimes because the risk reward is most certainly in your favor. So the Rekka pressure is, if you keep the string tight with no gaps, the low will always hit them for doing anything. However, if you add the overhead, they can stand shield the overhead because there's a gap. Now, the last thing I want to talk about in Arcueid's offense is one of the most important things about Arcueid, which would be her 214C. This super gives her the best Okie, some of the best Okie in the game because it's a very tricky cross up or same side. As you see, it's like almost like an optical illusion. Like it looked as if she was on the right side, but she appeared on the left when she landed. The fact that she can do this and alter the way her Okie looks is why I say she's definitely one of the best characters in the game because she gets this hit confirm off of everything. She can finish with 214C and go for a mix up. That was same side. And or she can do like that. So that's like a three-way guess. On top of she could just land and go overhead or land and go low. So her layers never stop. So it's all going to come down to fighting your opponent, seeing how their defense is, and based on their defense, you are going to alter your offense to beat their defense. So you have to rotate your options and never really pick the same option more than twice unless your opponent is not adapting at all. Arcueid's pressure, it reminds me of like a Wolverine style from Marvel vs. Capcom series. She's going to be in your face. She's not going to be over here too much. She's going to always want to press and get in there and open up her opponent. She does a lot of damage. So you're always rewarded for making the right move with Arcueid. And with that being said, Arcueid is in my top 5 of best characters in the game. And she can only go up from here. Arcueid has many tools to open even the most defensive player up. Rotating all of her options is a must on the road to becoming an Arc player. Keep in mind, it's playing Arc that your opponent is going to want you away from them as quick as possible, so prepare for heat usage and moon drive. Thank y'all for tuning in. Until next time, peeps.